Hey, what's up guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Was an AI? And yeah guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now before continuing this, if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins in Otogakure, a newly established village near rice country. As we go inside the lair of the most crooked woman ever known to the elemental nation. Birthed in Konoha but abandoned her own home village. Her name was Orochimaru, as she was working on a secret project, Project N. As she was focusing on it wholeheartedly with her prodigy of an assistant, Kabuto. Listen, Kabuto, this is the only part that is left. After this part is programmed, Project N will come to life. Orochimaru-sama, are you sure about this? What do you mean? Orochimaru said, narrowing her gaze at her pupil. I didn't mean it like that, Orochimaru-sama. It's just that, is it really okay to launch this kind of prototype into the space? It is. They left him behind. They abandoned him. I'm giving him new life, a new purpose. He will be obedient to me, and only me. In due time, Naruto-kun, she thought, you will be mine again. As she pressed the button, and there were some mechanical noises that were heard as the roof opened and a rocket-like thing was launched to space. As the rocket entered the space outside of Earth's stratosphere, it broke, and a satellite-like thing started to orbit around it. And the other parts of the satellite that broke from it started to revolve around the Earth as well, making their own miniature satellites. Project N was alive. Naruto was alive again, as down to the ground in front of Orochimaru, a hologram-like figure appeared, that of a kid who was none other than 13 years of age, blonde Jinchuriki, Naruto Uzumaki. What? What is going on? I thought I died fighting Teme. Yes, you did, Naruto-kun, but you see, Konoha didn't come back to get your body, and I didn't let go of the opportunity as well. Even if they came back, there was some time, and I took your body with me. I took out your consciousness from your brain. Don't ask me how, it is just too complicated for yourself to understand, and programmed you as a program, and launched you into the space. Now you are everywhere and nowhere at the same time. What? What do you mean? Can't you see yourself? You are an artificial intelligence, Naruto, that I created. You are immortal. You cannot die anymore. What? I died. I remember it. Flashback. Naruto and Sasuke were fighting at the Valley of the End. Sasuke had deserted the village, as Orochimaru had wanted. But Orochimaru had other plans as well when he saw the Jinchuriki loose. Now that the QB is gone and he is dead, it will be perfect for my secret project. Why did Orochimaru do this? Because she liked the boy. She fell in love with the boy at first sight. Don't ask me how. Because she was a cougar? Yes, she was. She didn't love Sasuke or like her. She did wanted him as her new body, but that was out of the window when she met the blonde Jinchuriki in the Forest of Death. And when they fought, she was surprised with his strength as well. It was a sad thing that he had to die such way, but she had plans even after his death. She could revive him with her prototype of a project, and it became successful, and now she had her lover back, or soon to be at that. As Naruto then asked, after getting out of his shock, Why did you bring me back? I thought I died. You see, Naruto? Kabuto, can you leave us for a moment? Orochimaru-sama, are you sure? Do I have to repeat myself? She said with narrow gaze. I apologize. I will be leaving, my lady. As Kabuto and the rest of the Otogenin left the room, with Naruto and Orochimaru being its occupant. You see, Naruto-kun, I fell in love with you at first sight. You reminded me a lot of myself when I was a kid. Wanted to improve. But when you met sudden demise, I was mad, and for that I prepared a gift for you. And she pressed another button as a mechanical door opened, splitting in two, and out came a Sasuke, bruised, broken, tied to a metal slab. Sasuke? Doe, you're alive. Thank God you're alive. See, he's alive. Stop torturing me, Orochimaru said with pleading eyes. To Orochimaru, you promised you will help me get more powerful so that I could kill him. You pathetic excuse of shit. It was just so I could lure Naruto. Couldn't hear. He's the one I wanted, not you. You were just a bait. And with the help of you, I got what I wanted. Sasuke, please don't hurt him. He needs to go back to Konoha. They need him there. Sasuke, please, go back. Go back to Konoha. Please, let me go. I will, I promise. I'll be a good boy. Please just leave. Let me leave, Orochimaru-sama, said Sasuke. He was broken beyond repair. Naruto was shocked. The emo bastard Sasuke was acting like this. What happened to him? As suddenly, Naruto was in a thinking state. As his consciousness went back to satellite and connected to a satellite part that was orbiting above Konoha. As Naruto saw through it, there were three figures standing in the Hokage Tower. As Tsunade looked sorrowful, and so did Jiraiya, but they also looked angry at the said three figure. Then he said, Yondaime? But what is he doing here? I thought he was dead. I should listen in closely. Unknown to anyone, Naruto was listening in to the whole conversation. Thanks to Orochimaru's hard work and technology to bring back Naruto-kun, Naruto now could be anywhere and nowhere at the same time. And he was listening to their conversation. As we go inside Konoha Hokage office, why are you back now? He's dead, gone. How many times do I have to spell it out for you? But how? Kushina asked. We left him here, so what? He could be pummeled by the people? Can't you see that? You left a Jinchuriki here. You left him here so that people could take out their rage on him. As Minato then said with a sigh, I didn't mean it like that, Sensei. He was sorrowful as well for his son. I wanted him to be seen as a hero. You did, Minato, but people thought the better of it. And started to say that they should finish what the Yondaime started. And now you're back when he's gone. His body was taken by Orochimaru by the smell of blood that Kakashi found alongside with Naruto's headband there. It proves that Naruto is dead, killed by Sasuke Uchiha. As Kushina and her daughter, Narumi, cried. Narumi was ecstatic to meet her little brother, but now he was dead, gone, and at the hands of Sasuke, the last loyal Uchiha, or so-called loyal Uchiha to Konoha. Both the parents were enraged. They wanted to find out the Uchiha and kill him by themselves, but Natsuki had other plan. Narumi had other plan for him. If she found the Uchiha, she will cut him up into million bits of pieces, because in Uzumaki court, no one abandons a family. And then she jolted. They did abandon him and left him here in the den of wolves. Just to protect himself, she wondered how he had to live and survive. Just so he could survive and become a shinobi so that no one would try to hurt him. As Tsunade was now crying, he's gone now. The only other man that I trusted is gone. And thankfully, he took the necklace with him. So I don't have to give it to any other person, not like I will ever do. Now you all three can leave. You know what happened to him. But his body wasn't found, Kushina said, still in tears. We have to look out for him. What if he's out there? What if my baby boy was hurt? Kushina, I have been looking out for him for over last year. 1 year, Naruto thought, up in his mindscape, over the Konoha above inside space. Yes, it has been a year since that incident. And since he vanished completely. Nobody knows what happened to him. We didn't find his body. It was probably burned by that bastard of Uchiha. I told you, Tsunade, the council was being too lenient with that bastard. And what about Kakashi? He's been broken. He was reinstated into Anbu and took out suicidal missions, but he was stopped. I have demoted him and gave him 15 days off to recover, but he isn't has set a foot outside of his house till that happened. Guy went there and reported me back that Kakashi cried a lot and even tried to kill himself for the loss. And before anything could be said, the door flung open, and in came a enraged Kakashi and punched his sensei through the face so hard that he smashed through the wooden desk. As Tsunade got up, and everyone came alert. You bastard! Why did you leave him behind? Why did you leave him and me behind? Weren't we your family? Didn't you say so yourself? You traitor! Kakashi said as he was enraged beyond livid. Kakashi has lost his cool. Above in space, Naruto was livid. Whoa, what is going on down there? I had a family? And they willingly left me behind? Wow, I guess even my own family see me as a demon, huh? But it makes me happy that at least some people that I trusted still believe in me. Hey, I gotta hear what everyone else thinks about me. As Naruto shifted his consciousness from the other satellite to another, above Konoha, 3 satellites orbited around each village, covering almost every aspect of the village. As Naruto was above the training ground 7, where every one of the Genins were there, he was surprised why his friends were there, as Sakura looked more broken as well. As Ino looked to be comforting her, Sakura, you have to get out of your depression. It's not going to work like that. If you want to become a strong shinobi to avenge Naruto, you have to be strong. We are going to capture that bastard of an Uchiha and kill him. Yes, it is fate that he dies at our hand. Naruto's demise was untimely. We will avenge him in time. But he was surprised when he found out that Hinata looked more ferocious. What's the point in saying this to the pink-haired bitch? And you too, you two were the ones that pushed Naruto into this far. You were the one who blamed him to make a promise and go after that snake. And look what it cost it. He's gone. He's not coming back. And promise you that, Sakura, if I ever cross the paths with that treacherous snake bastard, I'll rip him to shreds. Even if you don't. She said and left. As Neji then said, Hinata-sama, don't say it, Neji. I had enough. I'm going home. Neji sighed as Shikamaru put a hand on his shoulder. It's alright. She's been like that since he's dead. Yeah, I guess Naruto's death was a push for her. She became more cold, uncaring. She really did love him. As Naruto's eyes widened, what? Hinata loved me? As then, Naruto's eyes widened and suddenly he realized something. I see, that is why she was always blushing and passing out in front of me. I never figured it out. Huh. As he shifted his attention from his friends to Hinata solely, as he watched her go back to her house and inside her room and lock herself up. As then, she saw a little bit something disturbing as a whole drawer opened, filled with Naruto's picture. Whoa, I guess she's somewhat on crack or something. As then she said, oh my Naruto-kun, I promise you I will avenge him and I will bring you back. Even if it kills me, I will find a way. I will create a jutsu even if I have to. As then, Naruto thought this girl might go on a wrong path just like Sasuke. And then he decided to show himself to her. As there was a hologram figure behind her, Hinata. As Hinata's eyes widened, it was a voice that she hadn't heard for over a year. She turned around on her heel fast. As her eyes widened, Naruto-kun? Yes, Hinata, it's me. Can you keep a promise, please? I am alive. but not in a physical state. As you can see, as Hinata tried to rush towards Naruto, ignoring his word and hug him, but she went through him. What? Are you a ghost? No. I am similar to a ghost, but I am not. You see, I am an artificial intelligence now. My consciousness was uploaded into machines, and I became like this. You can't touch me, but we can communicate, Hinata. As Hinata started to cry, Yukata, even if you are like this, I am just glad that you are alive, Naruto-kun. As she blushed again, and then she said, I really loved you all those years ago and still do, till my dying breath. As Naruto blushed, I know, Hinata-chan. I wish I could return your feelings. As her eyes widened. What? You see, I'm not alive anymore. Even if I am like this, how can I make you happy? I also wanted to make a family and live happy with you now. Now that I know you have feelings for me, but I can't. Can't you see? I don't care. Even if we don't have a child, even if we don't get intimate, even if we live like this, I'll be more than happy to spend my life with you. Are you really sure? 100% Naruto. You better believe it. And that is my ninja way. You were the only reason why I was so strong. I see. Thank you, Hinata. I promise I will return your feelings. But can you wait? I think I can make a physical body now that I'm outside. Outside? Outside where? I'm in space, outside of this planet. My parts are orbiting all over the elemental nations. I can see everything, and I can be anywhere, and be not there at the same time. That is really amazing, Naruto-kun. Naruto-kun, what happens if as suddenly Orochimaru's hologram appeared, as she grabbed Naruto and hugged him between her breasts. My Naruto-kun. After you left, I was getting suspicious, so I went on and finished the next step of the plan. What plans? I also uploaded my consciousness inside another satellite and launched him into the space. As you can see, it worked out. And as you can see, I am an immortal as well now, and will live with you forever. And who this hussy might be, she said with cold eyes glaring at Hinata. As Naruto was still blushing madly, as Hinata glared fiercely with her pale Byakugan eyes, covered with dark, glaring at the woman. Orochimaru, you had Naruto-kun all along? I will get him back. He loves me and I love him. Is it true? Yeah, I really do love her. What about me then, Naruto-kun? Don't you love me? Don't you want to be with me? I can't return. I really love you, Naruto-kun. Are you going to break my heart? Are you going to break a woman's heart like that, who loves you and would devote everything to you wholeheartedly? No, I can't. But can I be with both of you? How about that? Naruto said, suggesting. It can be done. What do I have to do? Nada, I'm not going to allow you to become like this. I want to be with you, Naruto. In this life and in the next. If I get a chance to be with you for eternity, I will take it. But what about your family? I don't care. They never cared for me. So why now? They will show any interest. The only person who cared about me was my little sister Hanabi. And she changed after you died. She became cold and said how weak I was. And for that I put her into a coma for 2 months. Hinata. Oh, this girl has guts. I'll give you that. You are approved, and you are the only girl I will allow to join me and Naruto-kun inside this marriage and union. Do you agree? Hi. I see. Come to Otogakure. Here are the location coordinates. I will meet you there. As for you, Naruto-kun, I guess you need to go back to rest. But what about you? Aren't you pushing it like I am? No, Naruto-kun. As you can see, I have much more experience like this. I was testing it by myself, on myself, you can say that, when I was planning to launch your consciousness into the space. I had many hurdles and I felt dizzy, but I think you won't, and you don't need to rest now that I think about it. I had a physical body and you didn't. What do you mean you had, Orochimaru-chan? As Orochimaru smiled, a genuine smile for the first time. You just call me Chan. Yeah, I guess I did. As she chuckled, it's good. It's kind of refreshing to hear that. So, you know that now your family is alive. What are you going to do? I don't want nothing to do with them. They abandoned me willingly, and it seems Nadeba-chan and Erosani knew about this and kept it hidden. As much as I want to agree with you, Naruto, but I have to put a stop there. Even if Jiraiya and Tsunade knew, they will not hide it from you. That is just like them. They will brag about how their students are alive and all that shit. And from what I can gather, or come up with, they didn't knew. They are just as surprised as you are. Really? Yes, they are innocent, and from the looks of it, they do miss you, though. What about Sasuke? Where is that Uchiha? Said Hinata. I will kill him. Yes, he did kill you, Naruto-kun, and mine as well. But I brought him back. As for the Uchiha, he has paid the price. I made him incompetent. He can't never wield chakra nor his prized Sharingan. He's broken beyond repair, and I have crushed his testicle and integrated them so that no Uchiha bastard can come to this world ever again. Wow. As Naruto hugged his virtual crotch, man, even if I am a virtual artificial intelligence, I can still feel the hurtfulness from that procedure. You don't have to, Naruto-kun, because I will never do that to you unless you go on to betray me. And with some hussy, I will then kill her and then destroy you to a million bits and then destroy myself. How about that? Where did this come from? Yes, Naruto-kun, I agree with Orochimaru-san here. If you ever do that, this will be the only outcome of that. Oh my god. I have to live with them for all eternity now. Yeah, I guess I gotta keep my promise. Not like any other girl would be interested in a dead guy who's a virtual reality now. Huh. As Hinata then left a note and her headband, and left for Otogakure as Naruto went back, but Orochimaru stayed. Yosh, now to deliver the scroll. As Orochimaru put down the scroll and she too disappeared, and suddenly the door slashed open. Who's there? Said Hiyashi Hyuga as his Byakugan was activated. Hinata? As he stopped to see the room was empty. When did she left? As then he saw the note as his eyes widened after the Byakugan shut down, and he then saw another note to the scroll from Orochimaru, a present to Konoha. Oh no. Orochimaru, you took my daughter, you bastard of a woman. I will kill you if you lay a finger on my daughter. What happened to Nesan? Asked Hanabi. No matter how cold she acted, she still loved her Nesan, and she was worried about her behavior like the rest of the family and the Yuga clan. She was a kind and sweet girl, and they mocked her. Now she was cold and uncaring, and was ruthless, and now they were worried about her. Funny thing for Yuga clan, I guess. As Naruto and the group, we go back to them, as Hinata, after 1 week of travel, had finally arrived at Otogakure. You, what are you doing here? Kaoru asked, as in front of him, Orochimaru appeared. Orochimaru-sama, what is she doing here? Did you call her? Yes, I did. Meet me in my office with Naruto, she said, with her viciousness, as it was only a fake in front of her subordinates, so that they could be kept in line, because they thought that Orochimaru was going to use Naruto as a weapon, and she wasn't, because she loved Naruto. That is why he was revived. She was her first love, after all. As Hinata went inside an office and saw that Orochimaru was inside a mechanical body made out of metal, chakra metal, and circuits. You see this body, Hinata? After I launch your consciousness into space, you can walk to this world with this body. It is similar to ours, but yet it is not. It is made out of chakra metal. And not only that, we can use a lot of modern weapons that I stole from the snow country that they were planning to build. Luckily, they never get their hands on these blueprints, but I did. And when I did, I instilled them inside the suit that I made. How do you think? I think it's good, said another voice as Hinata was surprised. She thought that Orochimaru was talking to her, but it wasn't, as a mechanical Nard walked out. Hey Hina-chan, I hope you don't think that this is weird or something. No, Naruto-kun, I'm happy. As Hinata went to rush towards Naruto and hugged him, as Naruto hugged her back, as Orochimaru hugged both of them. As I am taller right now, I can hug both of you. As she chuckled, I wish I could grow now. You can always build a new tall body, but I suggest you don't do that because your consciousness is going to remain the same, Naruto-kun, and mine as well. And so will Hinata's. I see. As Hinata was laid on a table and Naruto was kicked out of the office. Not to see the maiden's body before marriage. That was what Orochimaru said before she kicked him off. As Naruto was wandering inside the Oto hideout as he heard wailing from a cell. Hey Kabuto. Yes, Naruto? Who's inside the cell? Oh, it's Sasuke. What? I thought he... No. You can go inside and check if you want to. There's no way Orochimaru-sama will return him back to Konoha. But she did send them some surprise. What do you mean by surprise? Why don't you go look for yourself? As Naruto vanished and appeared inside Sasuke's cell. Sasuke? Naruto? Is that you? Please help me. Help me get out of this madness. Aren't you my friend? Didn't you promise me to bring me back? I want to go. Please just bring me out of here. Oh my god, Naruto said. If he could, he would have vomited. In front of him was a broken and beaten Sasuke. One of his arm was ripped out and cut off completely, and his eyes on the left side was gouged out. He was covered in bandages and still hung to the same metal plate. I want to go back home. For a year I was tortured. I came here for training. I was a foolish bastard. If I could turn back time, you wouldn't have stabbed me. I can tell that much, Sasuke. And trust me, I don't like you seeing this as well. I will ask Orochimaru so that she could send you back. No, please don't tell her that you meet me. She said she would kill me if you ever cross paths with me. I see. Then my friend, I will get you out. That much I can promise. As Naruto, inside his metal body, now activated inside another room after despairing in front of Sasuke, left. As Orochimaru stopped her, where do you think you're going, Naruto-kun? Yeah, I heard what you were talking about to Sasuke. You heard? But how? You seem to forget that I am the one who created your consciousness and left you orbit into space. And I am also attached to you, and so is now Hinata. We are all linked together. We can hear your thoughts, and so you can hear mine. Tell me, what do you think I am thinking right now? I will kill that bastard of an Uchiha. Now that he crossed paths with my Naruto-kun. Yeah, please don't kill him. I apologize. Please, now that you're honest with me, tell me, why did you go there? I heard wailing, and I was interested. I thought that you let go of him, now that I was back. Oh? And why do you think I will do that? He is the reason you died. He killed you. I will not let him go unless he dies. As then Hinata hologram came to life. I see, so the Uchiha is here. I have some words to exchange with him. Excuse me. No, Hinata-chan, please wait. No, Naruto-kun, he has to suffer. Like he made you. Please, he has already. I forgave him. As Orochimaru and Hinata's eyes widened, and they both smiled. You really were forgiving, Naruto. That is why we both fell in love with you, said both of them. Why did Orochimaru say that? For that, we have to go into a flashback. Flashback inside the Forest of Death. As Naruto found out that the male Orochimaru that was attacking them was a fakir. As Naruto went into the first tail QB state, he started to battle out Orochimaru and was about to rip her open when her clothes shredded as Orochimaru covered her breasts. As she had a blush on her face and the look of horror in her eyes when she saw Naruto, QB fight state, but Naruto stopped for a moment as it was smoke because of his shadow clone puffed out as Snake bit them. Why are you stopping? Orochimaru said in her feminine voice. It's okay, you can go. Just please leave. I don't want to hurt you. I kinda don't want to hurt any woman. Woman? What do you mean? As Orochimaru looked down and then realized, oh shit, her genjutsu was dropped. As she blushed and looked embarrassed and was about to leave. Hey, tell me, what do you think of me? Do you think I'm beautiful? As Naruto blushed and looked away embarrassed. Hey, where did that come from? As Orochimaru chuckled and laughed. I got my answer. As we end the flashback here and go back to the present. As Naruto and Hinata heard the thoughts. Oh, Naruto-kun. Hinata said in a deep voice. Why, you look at her breast and not mine. Here, see mine. As Naruto into the other timeline had a nosebleed and fell down to the ground comically as Hinata and Orochimaru chuckled. Hey Hina-chan, you don't have to do that to him right now. We have to go after that snake bastard of a Uchiha and kill him. Don't you want to see him suffer? Yes, I want to, more than anything in this world, but we don't have to now. Naruto-kuns want him gone out of our lives. What more do you think we could ask for? You are true. Back inside Konoha, as we see Hiyashi present above console room as he presented the letter left by Orochimaru and a note by her daughter. As Tsunade then said, so it seems that Orochimaru took your daughter. Yes, but he also left this scroll. I didn't open it, so I brought it here. It says that you should open it, Tsunade-sama. As Jiraiya was also there, and so were Minato, Kushina, and Narumi, but they were covered in hoods. Hokage-sama, Danzo said. Who are they? You don't have to worry about them. They're just visitors, visiting this place, and they will be leaving. Isn't that right, Jiraiya? Yes. Yes, they are. They are not worthy of being recognized. As the three of them flinched at Jiraiya's cold voice. Ever since Naruto died, Jiraiya had become cold. Very cold to everyone, as if he lost his light. And even more so when he figured out his prized student was alive. He loathed his student now because of what he did to his other student, his own son and blood. As Yashi getting out of his stupor then said, Fine then, why don't you open the scroll? As the scroll opened to reveal an Uchiha Sharingan eye that was stabbed, but the Tomo pattern was there, but dull black. No redness in them. As for the other, it was an arm. Anbu, get this arm and get me blood samples matched with Sasuke Uchiha's blood. I have to confirm something. And suddenly, an hologram appeared with another body, or a person that looked like a body. It was broken and beaten Sasuke as he was thrown to the ground. Well, hello everyone. Orochimaru, you've shown your true colors. What are you doing here? Didn't you want it out, Uchiha? No, Jiraiya. You see, he killed my Naruto-kun. So for that he had to suffer. Your Naruto-kun? What do you mean? Tsunade asked. You see, I fell in love with him at first sight, as everyone cringed and were disgusted by the woman. At the age of his grandmother, falling in love with a boy that young. We are shinobi, and he was an adult, so yes, he's legal. Mind you, she said. Don't look so disgusted. Plus, I brought him back, didn't I? As another hologram appeared, as Naruto appeared in front of everyone. Hey, Bachan. Naruto? As Tsunade and Jiraiya rushed towards him to hug him, but only to pass through him. What is going on? You see, I'm an artificial intelligence now. I'm not alive, but my mind is. What? You really are dead then? Yeah, the Tame kinda put another Chidori after I was out. and this time straight through my heart, killing me instantly. As the three hoods shook violently at the seemingly laying down boy unconsciously in front of them, as everyone inside the council chamber shocked and gasped. Wait, isn't he the Cubist reincarnate? Shouldn't he be back to his original self? Ah, you dumb idiots. I wasn't Cubist reincarnate. That was I was trying to tell you for the past 13 years. Yes, he's telling the truth, says Tsunade. He wasn't. As Amura and Koharu also sighed. We apologize for your loss, Naruto-kun, but how are you alive? Didn't I tell you I'm an artificial intelligence, an AI? I am everywhere and not anywhere at the same time. What do you mean? Danzo asked. At the same time I'm here, I can be inside Kumo, Iwakiri, and Amegakure, and any other village I want to be. I can be there in mere seconds, and cause destruction if I want to, or preservation if I want to. You mean like God? No, I wouldn't put myself up on that shoes or pedestal. I am still who I am, and technology, an artificial intelligence roaming around the earth from outside. You mean you're in space? Yes, Bachan, I am. Ah, Gaki, I really want to bonk your head. You really scared me to death. Well, I am dead, so yeah. I'm just happy that some people cared about me, and I just wanted to meet them. And Orochimaru-chan finally let me. Orochimaru-chan? Said Jiraiya. As then, he got happy as he put out his notebook and started to scribble in front of everyone with a perverted smile. Finally, a gold mine of a story. How can I let this chance pass? As Naruto's eyebrow twitched. You know, Hirasanin, even after meeting you 1 year later, the first thing you do is rip off of my love story on your pathetic excuse of perverted books? Oh, Gaki, don't be like that. Plus, sleeping with your own enemy, who is none other than a smoking hot woman. Oh, I curse you, Orochimaru, you bastard. I didn't know you were a beauty. That is why a sensei told me to put a genjutsu around you, pervert. And that is why I acted like a male. Do you, hate it? Of course I do. What the fuck do you think you were doing hiding those bazongas from me? You're lucky, Gaki. You really are. As Naruto just sighed. Ah, man, I wish I could use my chakra. Or wait, Naruto did something as he multiplied and performed Oriki no Jutsu as Jiraiya with a nosebleed and some of the males with the nosebleed were launched outside of the council room to the outer wall or windows. As the woman sighed, still the same old Naruto, the prankster, as Naruto was rolling on the ground laughing as Orochimaru bonked him on the head. Wow, how come you can bonk me on the head and it hurts? You and I are joined together, linked, forgot? As Danzo was thinking of getting his hands off this technology, he could become God and rule over everyone, every single being in every single village. Now that you're back, Uzumaki Naruto, Genin of Konoha, you are reinstated back and to hand over this technology to us, said Danzo. I am dead. I am no longer bound to this village. I know it hid some hideous secrets from me, as everyone flinched, and I know that there are peoples who hid from me as well, whom I thought were dead. But in turn, they abandoned me. To be honest, I want nothing to do with them anymore. But I still have some precious people here, and for that I will protect them. But only them, remind you. None else. Some of my friends, I will, but the rest can go to hell alongside this village and those who abandoned me. As Kakashi appeared, Naruto, Sensei, you don't have to put blame on yourself. You already got enough on your plate. I'm sorry I wasn't strong enough to bring him back. No, Naruto, I'm sorry I wasn't able to protect you and be there for you when you needed me the most. I'm so sorry I turned you down at the Chunin exams. I was forced by them. I know, Sensei. I know. And you only had the Sharingan, so it was bound to happen. They would let you train Sasuke, but because of that, I met with another precious person to me. Isn't that right, Erasanin? As Jiraiya chuckled. Even though I hate the name, it is true, Gaki. And I truly love every bit of our time we spent together. And so did Tsunade. said the same. So, Naruto, do you have my necklace still? Oh, yeah, I got it virtually done here. See? I'm wearing it right now, Bachan. I told you that it isn't cursed. Uh, it may be, but a little bit. You really are weird, Naruto. Please never change. And then Hinata appeared out of nowhere as well, and in a hologramic state. Hello, everyone. Hello, father. Hinata, what have you done? I left after Naruto came to visit me. What? He saw how sorrowful I was, and he came to comfort me and said that I have to move on, but I wasn't able to let go. I wasn't ready yet. So, I changed myself, and I am now with Naruto-kun, bound to him forever, for all eternity. As everyone gasped at that, as then Naruto was identified of a problem named Akatsuki. What do you mean by Akatsuki? Like those fish bastard and Teme's brother? Yes, Naruto. They are an organization, did you forget? Eh? I wasn't paying attention, Narasanin, as Giraffe is faulted at that. You should listen more carefully what your elder has to say, Gaki. I'm sorry, Arasanin, I wasn't. I promise I will listen carefully from now on. What makes you think, Naruto, that you will listen to them? Eh? What do you mean, Orochimaru-san? We are your wives, and you will listen to us, Danna-sama, said both of them, as Hinata nodded as well. I mean, yes, you are my Himes, but they are my family members. They were the ones who were there for me when some people weren't, he said, looking at the hooded figures as they flinched. As Narumi had enough, as she put her hood down to reveal red-haired beauty, as she cried, Nei-chan, Naruto, please forgive your Nei-chan. I'm so sorry. I forgive you, Nei-chan, because it wasn't your fault. We were both born at the same time. Even if you are born a few minutes earlier, at least. But those two, Naruto said, pointing at them, I can't forgive. They knew, and yet he willingly left me behind. But I want to hear it. Why did they? Because I had the chakra. You only held the soul. I guess the soul is now released, and so is chakra, said Narumi. What? The council was now at halt. The QB has manifested and was captured by the Akatsuki members as they came after us. That is why we returned. So you mean you were never aiming to return? Yes, said another hooded figure. It was this time revealed to be the Yondam, who everyone thought to be dead, as everyone was shocked and then had an angry look on their face. That means, Kushina, you out of everyone am the most enraged about this, said Koharu. You are an Uzumaki, and yet you do this. You are staying to the Uzumaki name and Mito-sama's principle. As Kushina just cried silently as her hood was dropped down. I am sorry. Please, Naruto, please forgive us. It's too late. I'm not going to forgive, and I will certainly not forget. The only person I'm willing to forgive is my sister, not you two. You were never there for me, but these people were. They are my real family, and they are the one I care about and will protect. For you two, I don't ever care you if you die in a ditch. As this caused their heart to crack. Even if these were the rude words, it was true. They abandoned him, left him here to be tortured for 13 years, and they come back just to expect him to forgive them and let him enter back into his life. No, not going to happen. He lost his life for God's sake, and still trying to prove that he was not a demon that everyone labeled him. And now that he's dead and somehow brought back to life by a miracle, now they know that he's not a demon, but it's already too late. I will visit you, he said, pointing at Narumi and Jiraiya and Tsunade and Kakashi from time to time, and some of my friends in Konoha. But I will not be here as an active shinobi. I have to take down the Akatsuki now. I cannot let their plans be accomplished. Sanin, can you tell me what will they do after 9 beaches are gathered? I don't know, but the Toads did say that they were planning to revive the Ten Tails. The Ten Tails. Danza thought if he got his hands on that, he will be able to rule the world with Iron Fist. As Naruto then was searching from every file Thanks to Orochimaru, he could scan and read files everywhere faster than anything like before, even then his shadow clones. As then he heard Danzo's secret root base and his files. As Naruto then shot a laser beam as Danzo was ripped in half. As Naruto glared at him, as everyone was shocked. You, you were the reason why Tame turned out like this. You are the reason why Uchiha clan is gone. They were planning a coup, but Shisui and Uchiha had a plan to stop them with his Sharingan, and you let him die by the hands of your own root agent. As Homura and Koharu's eyes flashed, you mean Danzo was the one who killed Shisui? Yes. If you want proof, go down below the 18th level inside the Hokage office. You will find the root base there. Thank me later. I will be leaving now. On the other hand, there are a lot of civilian council members here who have done corruption. You will also find their files located inside their homes' basements. Send Anbus there to rush and check out for them. As Naruto without a second thought vanished. A lot of things were going to change in Konoha that night, and a lot of bloodshed will be done because the streets of Konoha will now flow with the blood of their traitors from inside and outside. As Naruto went inside Otogakure again to rest, he was met by his lover to comfort them. As on the one side, Orochimaru was hugging him and glumping his half head inside her breast, and on the other side, Hinata was doing the same. As Naruto sighed, this is peaceful. And then a blissful smile came as his perverted side rose. And well, for the next 24 hours, they done some, you know what, as a satisfied Naruto and Orochimaru and Hinata was laying on a bed. Even if they were now AI, they still have each and every one of their body parts attached, courtesy of Orochimaru and her perverted side, obviously, but they couldn't reproduce. That was the only issue here. Not that they care, they will live with each other for all eternity. And that is all they wanted, each other's presence, nothing else. On to the other side, in Amegakure, news has reached Yakatsuki about what occurred in the council room due to the Zetsu. Naruto knew Zetsu was listening, and so was Orochimaru and Hinata, but he let them escape to know that there were people out there that even Akatsuki or their false god Pain couldn't even defeat or wish to defeat. I mean, how could he? They could literally obliterate him into a million bits and he couldn't do anything, even with his powerful Rinnegan. As Zetsu revealed everything that occurred. Damn it. The previous Cubist Jinchuriki is back. And now that he's back, more strong, courtesy of Orochimaru, that bastard, traitorous bitch. Which is no surprise. We have to be on our feet now, and hurry things up. We have the QB, the only one left are the 8 tails and the 7 tails. He will go to Taki and get the 7 tails, half of you. And as for the other half, we will go to Kumo and get the 8 tails. Let's end this, shall we? As they went, the QB was sealed inside a container as Naruto appeared there, inside the emptied base, and lifted the lid as QB was released, destroying the whole base. As QB looked and growled at Naruto, You are dead, how are you here? Now is not the time, QB, you have to escape. They're planning to revive the 10 tails. As QB's eyes widened, how do you know? Why do you think they're gathering the 9 of you here? Leave. But what about my siblings? I will find a way to get them out. Hey, if I destroy this, will they get out? I guess they will. I never tried, but nothing is harmful in trying, right? You have to figure it out yourself, Naruto. For freeing me, I thank you, Ningen. You were the only human that I ever respected, even in your last breaths. I know, QB. You can go now. And please, live a peaceful life this time. Don't go and destroying a village and become a caged beast again. I don't need your good luck, human. I will hide and destroy those who ever bother me. Now that the cursed Uchiha clan is gone, I will not be trapped. Oh yeah? My dad literally trapped you inside of me, and he wasn't even an Uchiha or belonged to any clan. As the QB growled, because he knew that Naruto was speaking facts here. Fine. I will live peaceful in hiding. Hey, You are the construct of nature or chakra, right? Yes. Why do you ask, Ningen? Why don't the fuck you decrease your size from a mountain to a small fox and live peacefully among in nature? I never thought of that. And you are the oh so mighty and genius Biju. As QB growled, don't push your luck, Brad. Yeah, not like you can do anything to me, I'm already dead. See? Naruto said as he walked through the QB, as QB flinched. What? Then how are you walking among the planes of living? It's against the order of the Shinigami and Kami. Well, I am not dead literally. I mean I am dead and I'm not. What do you mean, Ningen? You're quite confusing right here. Well, you see, as Naruto began to tell what happened. Technology. It quite intrigues and fears me. What might humans do with this? What if they start to cause and wage war against one another? Those pitiful lives will be lost in the crossfire. Just makes me shudder. Oh well, thanks for the suggestion. I will be leaving anyways. It's up to you, humans, and your technology, whether it will preserve humanity or destroy it. With these words, the QB left. Farewell, Ningen. No, Naruto Uzumaki. You are the only human that I will respect forever. As the QB left inside a fog state, as Naruto then thought where the ten-tail husk was, as he closed his eyes, and with the help of the satellites and his part orbiting up in the space, he was now in deep search. But he picked up from few of his parts that the Akatsuki had reached fastly without slowing down to Kumo and Taki, and they were going after the 7 tails and the 8 tails. I have to go to Taki. The 8 tails one looks strong, but the Taki one, she's a girl. I have to help her. As Naruto left. As we go to Taki, as Fu, who was now resting alone in the forest near the hero's water, was attacked suddenly, as she was bruised by the explosion that occurred near her base. What is going on? Damn it, who are they? Chome? I don't know, Larvae, but please be on guard. These people are dangerous. And one of them, is that, oh no. Little Larvae, you have to escape. The one of them has Rinnegan. As she was pulled towards him, universal pull, and was stabbed with a rod. As she was now on the ground, as her body parts were stabbed, she was crying. We have to extract the Biju here. As Pain turned around to see that Kisame, Itachi, Zetsu, and Hidan all were dead, ripped into million bits of pieces, as his eyes widened. What? Where are my pots? As then, he tried to connect with his other pots, but they all were dead. As Naruto then said, appearing behind the real Nagato, leave the girl alone, or I'll rip your head. Do you know pain? I don't have time for this. You really are a pain in the ass. As Naruto shoved a chakra blade that was created virtually straight through his heart, killing him instantly. As Naruto destroyed his Rinnegan so that no one can use it. As Naruto left and appeared in front of the girl who was still frightened, as still bound to the ground. She knew very much that none from the village will ever come here for her. They will rather let her die than see her happy. Even her brother, that she thought. She was sad. She was feeling betrayed. And she was feeling hopeless. Chome was trying to cheer her up. But even Chome knew that it was a fatal act, because the girl has lost the will to live. As Naruto appeared, hey, hi, my name is Naruto. Are you a ghost? No. Are you my guardian angel? As Naruto thought and smiled. Yes, I'm your guardian angel. I'm here to help. Really? Can you free me? As Naruto one by one ripped out the rods as Chome repaired her whole body and wounds. After the wounds were healed, Naruto then said, why don't she go to Otogakure, where she will be treated fairly. This much she can promise. And with that, Fu packed her stuff and some of the hero's water and left. Even without notifying anyone in her own village, she left, completely to be forgotten by them, as if anybody cared there. After she left, Naruto had to go to the 8 Tails as he was facing trouble. as the Biju and the Jinchuriki were already in the KCM mode. I mean the GCM mode. His name is Yuki, right? So Yuki G Chakra mode CM. Yeah, you figured it out, alright. As they were battling against the rest of the Akatsuki member, mainly Toby, Kakazu, and Conan, and I guess who else? Anyways, these three were there and they were battling against Killer B in his GCM mode, with Gyuki there as well. You fool, why are you attacking me out of nowhere, you fool? I didn't do shit to you. Your sacrifice is necessary, said Sasori and Deidara, who were also there. As even Gara was killed off, but was revived thanks to Chiho. But no, none of the Konoha people were there for help, because it was 1 year later now, and only the 8 Tails was left. As Naruto arrived there and started to help 8 Tail fight / Killer B. You fool, what the hell? You're a ghost, man. What the hell are you doing here? Hi. I don't understand what you're saying, but I'm here to help against these idiots. As Naruto from the outer space aimed at each and every one of their vital spots. Fire, as lasers were shot and went straight through their brains, leaving giant holes, as everyone fell to the ground, dead, except for Hidan. I mean, he was dead already, but he couldn't be killed. You can't kill me, as Naruto disintegrated him into molecules. Yeah, but I can disintegrate you. As Naruto turned back to the now surprised 8 Tails Jinchuriki. You fool, who really are ya? I was a previous Jinchuriki to the 9-tailed beast, but I died and Biju is free. I freed everyone else, but I freed him and I saved you and the 7 tails, but I wanted to know, how can I break free everyone else from the 10 tails husk, and where can I find it? For what I can remember, I was awake when I heard this conversation, Yuki said, taking over Killer Bee's body. Oh, by the way, I'm 8 Tails. My name is Gyuki. Nice to meet you, Gyuki-san. Can you tell me where the 10-tail husk is? It is at Moon. You have to go there, if you can, and destroy it, revealing each and every one of the Bijus, and bring them back to this world, if you can. I'll just do that. Naruto disappeared. Thanks for the information, he said before vanishing, and appeared on the moon, and in front of the moon appeared to be normal. As he went on the moon, he saw a door. What? What's the door doing here? As he went inside, by opening it, it was stairs, as if the moon was hollow from the center. As he got to the core, he saw that a woman was chained, and she was sleeping. She didn't notice his presence there, and he went past her and appeared into another room where he saw the husk of the 10 tails. He was frightened because it was so terrifying, and then he aimed all his lasers at that point and destroyed the husk, revealing 1 tails, 2 tails, 3 tails, 4 tails, 5 tails, 6 tails there, and 7 tails as well, all there. The 7 tails was alive, so yeah, 6 tails were there, all 6-tailed beasts. As Naruto, after telling them what was going on, brought them back to the world and asked them, who was the woman in the next room? What woman? Asked Matatabe. She had white hair and Byakugan-like eyes and pale skin and 2 horns. As everyone guessed, that's Kaguya. Was she awake? No, she seemed like she was in a deep sleep. I thought she was a statue for a moment, but I could hear she was breathing, and that is why I didn't disturb. And why was she changed? She's the rabbit goddess, the evil goddess that, if freed, will destroy our world after reviving the 10 tails. Oh, well, luckily I didn't do any shit to her, and she's still tied up there. Lucky us, right? Yes, really lucky, Naruto. But thank you for saving us. Now we have to go away before the other capture us again. Yes, you all are now free, but you should shrink down to a normal size so that you can roam around freely and not be, seen from miles ahead. Good suggestion. We will keep that in mind. Thank you again, Naruto Uzumaki. Because of you, we are able to be free and roam around this world again. as Naruto thanked them again and was captured all after all this on his escapade before he could be claimed as hero by none other than his wives. Naruto-kun, where were you for the past 8 days? We were getting worried. Even if we are linked, you cut it off our connection and we couldn't find you. You see, I had a mission as Naruto was given a beating by both of his girls and brought back to Otogakure, where he met with Fu as well. And Fu met Naruto and his wives and were explained who he really was. And Fu was mad about how Naruto tricked her, believing that he was her guardian angel, but Naruto said that it was the only way she could trust him. And Fu agreed. And soon they became friends, and Naruto and his wives lived on, and time passed on from then on. The peace was achieved somehow by a miracle, as the villages let go of their past and hatred and sent treaties to one another, and the bonds were formed. And Tsunade would go down in history as the last Senju and as well as the best Hokage Konoha ever had, because she was able to achieve such treaties. And Naruto was surprised to find out that Gaara was alive, and Gaara was even more surprised to find out that Naruto was alive as well. Naruto thanked Gaara for what occurred that day, and Sasuke, it was turned out that he was executed as well by Konoha for his treason and all stuff that he pulled on Naruto for a shinobi murder, and for endangerments of the other Genins as well. And time went on, but three people lived on from outer space as they saw the world evolve from a chakra world to a chakraless human population who didn't even know that they had chakra except for a selected few who practiced it and called it cultivation. And for the rest, they were engrossed in technologies and living a free life. And Naruto and his wives watched them from above in the outer space, but didn't interfere because they thought that their time has passed, and it really did. But they were happy being with one another. Naruto still visited the graves, or where the graves were, of his beloved people, and always talked to them there. His sensei, his Erosanin sensei slash grandfather, his grandmother slash Tsunade-sama, his sister, even his parents, Minato and Kushina, who till their dying breath asked for his forgiveness but couldn't get it. And Naruto still didn't forget them, but he was obliged to do this because they were his parents, even if he hated it or not. As Naruto sighed after visiting his annual visiting to the graves of his friends' families, as he sighed, as a hand was put on his shoulder by his wives. It's alright, Naruto-kun. Even if they are not here, they are in a better place. Sometimes I wish we should turn it off now and also move on to the next place. Do you want to? Nah, I'll just live with you for all eternity. I mean, who can get bored with two sexy wives? Naruto said as his horniness was activated. And they all vanished into space and did God knows what up there. And this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you like this one. If you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out.